I'm going to show you guys how to make Newjazz melodies, similar to the stuff that Lil Tecca makes. When it comes down to sound selection, for this kind of melody, you want to have sounds like an electric piano, whistles, pads, etc. Let's start with an electric piano. I'm going to use this free piano from Labs. When you start placing notes, keep in mind that you want to have jazzy chords. This means you should use a lot of 7th and 9th chords. Once you have chords you like, mess with velocities, strum the notes, and add flourishes similar to this. If it's too quiet, add a fruity limiter and turn up the gain. For effects, let's start by controlling the muddy frequencies with an EQ. Let's now add this free plugin called Tau Filter 2. This plugin will help us automate the pan within the mixer. Move this point down and add another point in the middle. Now our melody pans slightly from right to left. Let's add in another free plugin called Cymatics Memory. This will work as a chorus and a pitch drifter. Turn the depth down, the rate up, and the smooth up. Then click double. Mess with the filter knob until you have something that you like. Let's now layer the chords with a pad. Turn it down and add a low-pass filter. Add in another Tau filter and do the opposite pan of the piano. Let's now slightly pan the piano mixer to the left and the pad mixer to the right. This gives us way more depth and width. Let's now work on that iconic sound, the whistle that you hear in almost every Newjazz song. So for this style of Newjazz, I'm going to show you a technique that will help you build the lead melody way easier. Start with 2 notes configured like this. Now double click on the top note and press this button. That turns it into a slide note. Make it small, bring it forward a little bit, and now copy it over to this area. Let's take a quick listen. This riff will act as the foundation for the lead. Now copy it over and use the notes in your chords as a reference to transpose it. Now copy over the section and change up the second part. I like to add little ghost notes that lead into the phrases. It gives it a way more futuristic vibe. We're nearly done with this instrument. Copy it over the full 8 bars and change up the very last part. Let's now add in an EQ with a subtle low-pass filter. Try to be careful with how much high-end that you take out. It can ruin the lead if it's too much. Now let's add in a fruity stereo shaper. Move the delay knob quite a bit. The whistle should be very wide. Let's now add in a Tau filter. Change it to 2x. Give it a strong pan. Now let's add in delay. Turn the wet down and set it to ping pong. Let's now add some syncopated chord plugs to reinforce rhythm. Add a low-pass filter, and that's it. But now let's add in a simple sustain bass. Follow the root notes and add some octave jumps. Now is a good time to add some background noise like tape crackle or rain. This gives it way more depth. Now adjust the volumes of the instruments. This will help it sit better in the mix. Okay, let's add some drums. Add in a simple clap, just have it be a normal pattern. Now let's add a snare, but be creative with this. You want it to hit in unique areas. For Newjazz, you really want to mix a lot of trap and live drum sounds. I recommend things like chimes, triangles, and percussion. Let's add a new triangle. This time it's longer. We'll have it hit every 8 steps. Let's add in a chime. Let's be very simple but repetitive with the pattern. Make small changes to break up the pattern, but keep it simple. Okay, let's now add in a tight open hat. Let's use the same simplistic method that we did for the chimes. Let's add in a crash and a long chime. For the chime, have it hit on the 4th bar, like shown. And now for the hi-hats, be simple, but don't just add a 2-step hi-hat pattern. Add some rolls and other things. really sets Newjazz apart from other genres is that there's so many different kinds of 808s being used. I find that stereo wide 808s are not really found in many other genres, but in Newjazz you see them a lot. Find yourself an 808 similar to this. Adjust the envelope so it cuts off when it's not being triggered. For this 808 pattern, it's so simple. Just follow the root notes and cut off the 808 here. Let's now find another 808 that has a long sustain. Find one similar to this. Fill in the empty space where we cut the 808 and make octave jumps similar to this. Before we continue, let's add in a soft clipper. I like to turn down the threshold so that my true peak never goes beyond -1 dB. A great free plugin to monitor how loud your mix is Julian Loudness Meter 2. Once you've added your first soft clipper, add a second one before it. Turn the threshold all the way up and turn the post up until you hear a pleasant distortion. Some distortion is good, but don't go overboard. If you run into issues here, try changing the volume of your 808 up or down. This usually fixes the issue. Okay, now let's go ahead and split the patterns and add them to the playlist. Let's add in a simple transition, like a whoosh. Let's now add in some automation. Send all of your melody mixers to a single mixer. Make a high pass and low pass filter. Let's automate this. Let's make it so there's a band pass effect before the drop. Okay, let's make the lead go up an octave on the drop. To do this, click this icon and press Make Unique. Now transpose it up an octave. Now let's listen to the full thing.